reading a report about what's going on. You need to actually know what's going on in there. I've been in this community. I went to Pinot schools from first grade to graduation. I've raised kids here for 15 years. I've been in sports. I know people from Hercules all the way to Richmond, and parents are concerned. And that connection is so important. So I would hope that you would give me your vote so I can bring that connection to the board and start making and changing this school district for the better of our students, because I'm here for student gain and not political gain. Thank you.
Ms. Denosa.
So we have made some improvements. When I went and looked at the last 8 years, our academic performance indicator, we showed in 8 years that we had a 40-point jump there, which is good. But I'm one of the few people up here who knows how pressing these issues are. Last week, I was at back-to-school night, where my son's teacher said he had 41 kids in his class, and he's sorry, but he didn't know their names. I was brokenhearted. I literally left brokenhearted knowing that my son's teacher didn't know his name. Those are the kinds of pressing issues that we have in this district. Those are the kinds of things that when I go talk to voters, yesterday I went to the door of a man who said that the day before his daughter was to start first grade, they called him and said he couldn't go to the local school and they were going to send him to another school the day before his child starts school. Those are the things I hear over and over again. So as a school board member, I am going to be that person who has my ear to the ground, who knows what's going on, who has that direct connection to the parents, to the community at large. I've been very involved in the community. I was on the founding board of the Richmond Youth Center. I know a lot of the challenges that we have, and I also know that we can be a district of great opportunity. We are a rich, diverse community. We have what it takes to be that school that's at the top of the state. And that's why I'm running for school board, because I know that we have what it takes. We just need some new leadership who can go in and demand that we have higher accountability, that we set higher expectations, and that we do the things that our students need, that my son needs in this district. Thank you.
Ms. Cuevas.
So again, my name is Valerie Cuevas, and your test on November 4th, remember what was it? Make me one of your votes, and you'll pass. No, but seriously, there's 3 things that I've focused on, and lots of folks are focused on in this campaign. It's called the Ballot for Kids campaign. The Ballot for Kids campaign starts with number 1, a belief in all our kids. You can't shake it from me. I absolutely believe in the limitless potential of all our kids. And I do not buy that our children fail because they're poor, because we haven't given them the right school, or because you know what? At the end, our kids pay the price for our failure. The brain, the capacity of humans, it's limitless. That's what you get for Val. That's what you get from Val. And there's 3 things to focus on. One is, how do we get all our kids reading at grade level? That's basic. But why are we talking about that in this district? Because 36% of our 3rd graders are reading at or above grade level. It's not acceptable. 3rd grade is a key year. We need to do more. The second thing is, how do we send more dollars to our school sites? Everybody talks about, I'm going to make good decisions at the district, blah, 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 but you know what? It matters. It's where the rubber hits the road. I want to get resources to our schools. I understand the local control funding formula. I just don't want to give kids a fair shake. I actually fought a year ago to give them a fair share. Look up fair share for kids. Okay? And the last thing I want to do is support the people who make it happen every day, our unsung heroes, our teachers. A teacher changed my life, and I know it changed your life because I know you can remember who that teacher is. And I'm proud of the fact that I have plenty of teachers who understand what having the belief in kids is about and what our responsibility is. There's that saying, to much is given, much is expected. We need to own that, and that's what Bell for Kids is about. And I hope that you'll join me and us and vote on November 4th.
Mr. Christian.
First, I'd like to thank the Women League of Voters for putting on this wonderful event this evening and appreciative of this event. First, let me just say, I'm a free Christian. I'm running for the school board. I'm from this community and grew up in Richmond and have done many things here in Richmond. Been part of the community in the Iron Triangle, worked there for nine years as being the president of the neighborhood council there. Have done many things throughout the community of Richmond. I'm running on a strong platform. I don't believe in the status quo. I believe in seeing productivity. And if there's no vision, the people perish. So you have to bring about a change. And the change has come by empowering the minds of people and looking at our young people. Our young people should be at the center. So if you're looking at them being at the center, then we're going to pour into them in the early age, from kindergarten all the way on up through middle school to high school. One of the things we have to look at is better schools, better education, and better communities. If we produce better schools, better education, better communities, we would get more businesses will come into the community and invest into the community, because good schools bring about great needs in the community. So we have a lot to do. We have a lot to invest. I'm running on a strong campaign. I believe that we have to start at the beginning. What is the beginning? The beginning is to empower people. And when people are empowered, they will be able to go a long ways and to achieve their goals. I'm running. And November the 4th, and we have to make a decision. We have to make a decision. I've been in it for a long time, so I'm not giving up, win or lose. I'm still in the community. Nobody can change me or pull away or tell me what I can't do. I'm going to stay the course. Regardless, I believe in a cause. And you can't take it from me, because I'm going to stand on the grounds of what's right. Thank you.
Mr. Chow.
What a great process. Only here in America, only here can we actually gather together and talk about our ideas and engage in a civil manner to talk about how we can actually create and keep great neighborhood schools. That's what we're doing here today. As you evaluate what everyone has said, think about what hasn't been said. No one else up here has talked about a pipeline for talent. No one here has talked about recruiting new teachers. We need to offer student loan repayment programs. That's part of the fresh, independent voice that I bring to this school board, because people in my generation are crippled by student loan debt. And it's what we need to integrate into teacher compensation packages in order to attract new teachers into our school district. That's why I'm running. To have the courage to say the unsayable. And apparently the unsayable is that every kid deserves a fair shake. When I was growing up in a tough neighborhood in Richmond, I had a choice. I could either be a statistic, or I could try to make it. And thanks to great teachers, thanks to my math teacher who reached out to me, thanks to my English teacher who taught me how to write, thanks to my history teacher who taught me the lessons of the past, I managed to make it to Dartmouth College. It's that perspective that I bring to the board. We need to make sure that every single one of our students has a fair shake. That's why I'm running for the board, because apparently that's unsayable. That's the principle that I bring to this board. I realize I'm young, but that's the perspective that I bring. The courage to say that we need to pay back student loans. The fact that we need to raise student achievement. And the way to do that is by getting great lifelong educators into our classroom. That's why I ask for your vote. Just go to www.votepeterchow.com. Thank you.
Ms. Blanc.
Well, I have to say thank you, first of all. This is a wonderful place to have a debate. You did such a great job keeping us on track. But I'm really sad at the end of this forum, I have to say, and I'm kind of sad at the end of some of the other forums because of the questions we're answering. And I think the questions are a reflection of a district that has some problems. We're not talking about how to help kids read better. We're not talking about how to support our teachers better. We're not talking about increasing parent involvement. This is what I want to be talking about today. So believe me, I'm a very positive person. So I want you to say that I am the most experienced person up here in education. I've led a team of educators to improve a school, and I have the ability to ask the tough questions of administrators to make sure that we are getting the job done here. Working on behalf of the taxpayers and students in this district, I promise to improve outcomes for all students and make them better prepared for college and work. I promise to demand transparency and accountability in our budget and safeguard taxpayers' dollars. And I promise to improve our community relationships and build better relationships with parents. So vote for the candidate who has the most experience in education and who has led students to higher achievement. Please vote for me, Liz Block, for school board on November 4th. Thank you.
And as a moderator, I'm going to read out everyone's name loud and clear and thank each of you for participating. Ms. Elizabeth Block, Mr. Peter Chow, Mr. Audrey Christian, Ms. Valerie Cuevas, Ms. Raquel Donoso, Ms. Aidana Kirkland-Young, Ms. Madeline Cronenberg, Ms. Elaine Merriweather, Mr. Phillips, and Mr. Stevens. Your first name is Chester Stevens. Thank you. And so let's all give them a round of applause. With that, the forum is closed. Thank you all and drive safely.